Okay, hello all. Now I know everybody know we are going to face the final exam. So when we talk about financial management, we know for the last few years there was a certain pattern in which the questions were asked. A certain number of questions were given importance, but that doesn't make a conclusion. Okay, we can't conclude that these questions will surely come or these questions will not come at last. But whatever it may be, in the previous materials I have provided you, I have mentioned which all important questions have asked for the last 5 years, which all important questions have repeated for the last 5 years. So make sure that you find it importantly. In this video, we are going to see just one of the last financial management question paper and see how we should face such questions. I know this won't make any meaning because we can't expect this to repeat or any such question. Whatever question we discuss, we can't expect that to repeat as such in the upcoming question paper. We don't know what would be there. But what we can do, we can just have a talk. We can just have a talk how we are going to face the questions, whatever it may come tomorrow. See, this was one of the last question paper available for us. One previous year question paper. The same pattern is followed till now. It will be a 3 hours exam, 400 marks, and there will be 10 questions for 10 marks each. See, now just think in your mind whether you can answer these questions. The first 5 questions, sorry, the 6th question was just theory questions. So make sure, have you learned enough to answer theory questions? See, the whole question is also theory questions. But just before this question paper, every question paper, there will be one practical question or to which you will have theory questions. But unfortunately, the last year's pattern shows that there is theory questions or question is also another theory question. So it is a trap, of course. Similarly, in previous years, there was things like true or false question or match the following question, fill in the blanks question was there. But in this, the last year's question paper, we can't find anything like that. But unfortunately, the question paper of other subjects are still having these kind of questions. So in a single word, you can say the question paper you are going to face for this exam is unpredictable. But what we can expect we are going to face an exam, whatever it comes. Okay, now just see how you will answer these questions. Now see, the first question is, what is capital structure? Explain the importance of capital structure. See, it is for just 10 marks. Similarly, the whole question is, what is capital budgeting? How is it important in decision making? Remember one thing, you are going to write a theory answer. So when you are writing a theory, the most important thing is how you present it, whether the answer is the right or wrong, whether it is important. Everything is subjective. Okay, if you say that this particular point is important, the other person can't challenge this. You have to make a debate to ensure whether what you said is right or wrong. So there is no such clear cut right answer for a theory question, understand that. So when you write a theory answer, what should you do? Remember, you should do it in a proper format. Now see, the question is, what is capital structure? Explain the importance of capital structure. So make sure the question begins with question number 1, put it in a circle, and after the margin write capital structure. Don't write any form of short forms, please write it in the pure form. If you don't know, here it is written in the question paper, at least copy from there. Okay, give the heading. Okay, give the heading as capital structure. Write at least 2 paragraphs about capital structure. I know very well most of you won't even know at least one sentence to write about capital structure. But whether you know or don't know, that's not the matter. Write 2 paragraphs on capital structure. Now give another subheading. The importance of capital structure are as follows. Only after that, point out some important points. If you know some valid answers, or if you have some idea with you, you can highlight the major idea and write in sentences, or just simply write it, whatever it may be. So make sure you break your answer into such a way that it looks presented very well. Okay, so that was our first question. Now, what is capital budgeting? So I'm just explaining what is capital structure and capital budgeting. Capital structure is the proportion of, okay, if the capital is taken as a whole, the capital structure is the proportion of debt fund and equity fund in our capital. So it gives the ratio of how far debt is used in our capital, how far owners fund is used in our capital. Now, what is capital budgeting? Capital budgeting, in another words, is the investment decision. Investment decision where we or the financial manager of a company ensures how bravely or how efficiently he utilizes the fund available with the business for various investments. The investment include purchasing of machinery, expanding the business, replacing a current asset, whatever it may be. So the capital budgeting is the decision made by a financial manager on how to utilize the fund available. So you should begin your answer with what is capital budgeting. Then at least write 2 paragraphs, then go for what? Another subheading, importance of decision making in capital budgeting. I hope that I have given you the notes for this. You can make sure you read them. So how many points should you write? Since it is a 10-mark questions, we can break it into 2 parts, right? What is capital budgeting and how is it important? We have 2 parts for this question. So what can we do? We can just assume that the first part gets 2 marks and this part will get 8 marks. So make sure at least you write 5 or 6 valid points. If you don't know, just simply write 5 or 6 points, whatever it may be. You can repeat the same thing in different ways. Whatever you do, there should be something like that. Okay, make sure you write at least 5 to 6 sentences. Now moving on to the next sentence. Please make sure, my dear children, you know answer to this question. This question is most expected question as a theory question. What is financial management? Explain the functions or importance of financial management. I said this is very important because we know it is the title of our subject. So we should at least know what is you mean by finance, what is financial management. You should have an answer for that. Okay. Similarly, here it is explain financial planning and its important. It's a general question. Okay. Even though it is given in your syllabus, you can write it with general whatever you know. Okay. Very simple thing. Just write in your own words. What is financial planning? You know what is financial planning and why we need financial planning. It is very simple for you people to write in your own words, but remember it is for 10 marks and also it has 2 parts. Explain what is financial planning, what is its importance. So write at least 2 paragraphs for financial planning. Write 5 to 6 points mentioning what is the importance of financial planning. Then here, what is financial analysis? What are the different types of financial analysis? You know what is financial analysis? We have discussed in our previous videos. What are the types? We know, like ratio analysis, comparative balance sheet. We have discussed the same in our previous videos. There also, remember, the question is broken into 2 parts, so make sure you know how to answer them. Then what is financial statement? Explain the types of financial statement. There are basically 2 types of financial statement. Which are they? Trading, profit and loss account and balance sheet. Now the another question, one of the most repeated question. What do you understand by working capital? Explain the factors affecting working capital. You know working capital has its own formula. Working capital is equal to what? You know, I'm not telling here. And what are the factors affecting working capital? Yeah, that also I have told before. The size of the business, nature of the business. Similarly, there are many factors which affect the choice of working capital. How much volume of working capital we should have depends on various factors. Try to understand which are they. Now, what is fund flow statement? Explain the objective of fund flow statement. Yeah, this question is asked, or also another question asked is, what is the difference between fund flow statement and cash flow statement? The difference between fund flow statement and cash flow statement is often asked, so make sure you know an answer to that question. Now write to short note questions are often asked. Okay, remember it is for 10 marks, so that means the worth of each question should be 5 marks. So make sure you give an introduction and write at least 5 valid points. Now, what is value maximization? If you remember, there are two objectives of financial management. One is profit maximization and another is value maximization. I have told that before. What is financial planning? Financial plan is what? You can write in your own words. Don't worry. DuPont control chart, but is very rarely asked. But remember, it is something related to ratio analysis. Okay, it is a chart that is used by financial experts to explain the financial performance of a company with the help of ratios. Now, distinguished questions are also asked. Yeah, you can see here. What is the difference between reserve and revenue? It is something out of your syllabus, but from accounting. So you ought to answer that. To be frank, there is no such direct relationship between reserve and revenue. Reserve means a part of profit that you keep apart for your future, where revenue is the income that a business generates through its major purpose. Now you have asked what is overtrading and undertrading. Overtrading is a situation in which the working capital kept with a business is more than required, where undertrading is a situation in which the working capital kept with the business is less than required. So you need to explain that. Remember, it is again for 10 marks. Now, what is difference between fund flow statement and cash flow statement? I have given you notes. I have given you with what video also. Please check that. Now, with the question number 6, here ends what? Here ends the theory part. Now we are moving to practical questions. See the first question. Prepare a statement of changes in working capital. See, you know very well how to prepare a statement of changes in working capital. Very simple question. You are given with liabilities, you are given with asset. Out of it, what should you find out? You should find current liabilities, you should find current assets, and you can easily find the changes in working capital. You know how to prepare. We have videos, we have learned it. Please make sure you revise it once again. Now the next question is a balance sheet is given. Okay, see, there is another trap for you. The practical questions don't have an or option. See, so be very careful. You should make sure you know everything, or else you will suffer when we talk about the practical version. Don't worry, you can see what would be the approach in the new question paper. Now we are talked about this. It is statement of changes in working capital. Then here the question is to find 4 ratios. Remember, ratio analysis question is often asked, and just see the importance they are given to the questions. They have just asked you to find 4 ratios, and for finding just 4 ratios they are giving you 10 marks. That means each ratio is given 2.5 marks. So it is bloody important. Make sure that you know how to find ratios, at least the basic one. Quick ratio is something advanced, but current ratio is the basic one. Property ratio is something advanced, but debt equity ratio is a basic one. So by heart the ratios, no other ways. Okay, at least do the minimum you can do. We can talk about others later. And what I can't force you to people to learn everything at once and do everything at once. Try your best. Okay, try your best by heart at least the basic ratios and do at least the minimum. We can see the remaining. Balance sheet of XY is limited at the end of year. You are prepared to you are required to prepare statement of changes in working capital and fund flow statement, and yet you have 10 marks. It's one of the rationality of these people. See, one of the first question we saw was just to prepare statement of changes in working capital. That question was also given 10 marks. Here you have to prepare statement of changes in working capital together with you have to prepare a fund flow statement, and yet what you get? You are getting just 10 marks. Okay. Now here is the last and the most important part, NPV, net present value. How to find NPV? You are given with the cash inflow, the expected cash inflow. The total investment is given here. The present value factor or the discount factor is given here. What you should do? Multiply, take each project individually, multiply this with the cash inflows, you will get answer. Take the sum, that is sigma discounted cash inflow minus total investment, it is called NPV. When you are asked to rank, just note that thing, whether the question is asked to rank or select. Here the question is to order of desirability. You are asked to rank it. Okay, so the project with highest NPV will get rank 1 and project with lowest NPV will get rank 2. This is how they are prepared the last question paper. You just note the format here. You will have first 6 questions as what, theory questions, and theory questions will have theory questions as the alternative options, and after that you will be asked with 4 what, practical question. For the practical questions you don't have an or option. But this update was seen in the last question paper. Every question paper before this question paper had what, a practical question, and as a whole question you will get a theory question. We don't know what we are going to face, but be prepared for everything. Okay, please make sure you go through every important points, and every question we have discussed in our previous videos, we have seen in our previous notes, is only from your previous year question papers. So make sure you are able to answer everything. If you feel difficulty to do any of the questions, please let me know. We can discuss in groups or whatever it may be. And finally, let me tell you one thing. All the best everyone. Thank you, and please let me know whenever you need my help. Thank you all.